Welcome to Camino de Compostela, the ultimate guide to traveling the Camino de Compostela, an unforgettable journey of a lifetime. The Camino de Compostela is an ancient pilgrimage route that dates back to the 9th century and is located in the Iberian Peninsula of northern Spain. This pilgrimage, also known as Camino de Santiago, is a journey that spans over 500 miles and allows travelers to experience some of the most awe-inspiring, picturesque landscapes in all of Europe. Along the way, you will also have the opportunity to explore numerous historical and cultural sites as well as interact with locals who are passionate about sharing their unique culture. Travelers often cite spiritual enlightenment and personal growth as primary reasons for completing this pilgrimage. The questions most asked are where and why of the Camino de Compostela. The Camino de Santiago, also known as the Camino de Compostela, is a pilgrimage route that spans across northern Spain and ends at the city of Santiago de Compostela. The route is named after Saint James. Santiago in Spanish was one of the apostles of Jesus Christ, who is believed to be buried at the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela. People from all walks of life complete the Camino de Compostela pilgrimage for a variety of reasons. Many are seeking spiritual enlightenment or a physical challenge, while others embrace the journey as a retreat from modern life and the opportunity to connect with nature. For some, it is an opportunity to meet new people and form lasting bonds, while for others it is simply the chance to take in the stunning beauty of Spain's countryside. Regardless of motivation, each pilgrim comes away with a renewed sense of purpose and appreciation for life's precious moments. The Camino de Santiago has been a popular pilgrimage route for over 1,000 years and is still a popular destination for pilgrims and tourists from around the world. The route has many different starting points, but the most popular is the French way, Camino Francés, which begins in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France and spans approximately 800 kilometers to Santiago de Compostela. The Camino de Santiago is known for its beautiful scenery, rich cultural heritage, and spiritual significance. It is a journey of personal growth and self-discovery, and many pilgrims walk the route as a way to reflect on their lives and seek spiritual enlightenment. Walking the Camino de Santiago can take anywhere from several weeks to several months, depending on the starting point and pace of the pilgrim. Along the way, pilgrims can stay in albergues, hostels, that are specifically set up for pilgrims, can taste Spain's local food, and meet people from all over the world. Overall, the Camino de Santiago is a unique and rewarding journey that offers both physical and spiritual challenges, as well as an opportunity to connect with others and explore the rich cultural heritage of northern Spain. Camino de Compostela's best time of year to go and why? The best time of year to go on the Camino de Santiago can depend on your preferences and the route you plan to take. Here are some key factors to consider. Weather. The weather can vary depending on the time of year and the location. Spring, April to May, and fall, September to October, are generally considered the best times to go because the weather is mild and there are fewer crowds. Summer, June-August, can be hot and crowded, while winter, November to March, can be cold and snowy in some areas. November to March can be cold, windy and snowy. Summer tends to be the busiest time, while winter is the least busy. Accommodation. The availability of accommodation can also be a factor. Some albergues and hotels may be closed during the winter months, while others may be fully booked during peak season. Scenery. The scenery can also vary depending on the time of year. Spring and summer can be lush and green, while fall can be colorful with changing leaves. Winter can be stark but also beautiful in its own way. Ultimately, the best time to go on the Camino de Santiago depends on your personal preferences and priorities. Consider the factors talked and plan accordingly to ensure a positive travel experience. Planning a trip can be such an exciting experience. Exploring the different routes of the Camino de Compostela, which one is right for you? There are several routes on the Camino de Santiago, yet the Camino Francés, or the French way, is by far the most sought after. Be awestruck by the Portuguese way, Camino Portugués, the renowned Northern way, Camino del Norte, and the other routes have been gaining tremendous popularity recently. Here, some detailed information regarding each route and the ideal time to visit them. French way. The French way is the most popular route and starts in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France, crossing the Pyrenees and ending in Santiago de Compostela. The best time to go on this route is from late spring to early fall, May to September. During these months, the weather is usually mild, and the scenery is beautiful. However, it can also be crowded, so it's best to book accommodation in advance. It is well known that the Camino de Compostela route can be walkable, but it's important to keep in mind that the difficulty of walking this route can vary depending on individual circumstances. From the unpredictable weather conditions, the uneven terrain and long distances covered, this is a journey that requires a great deal of physical and mental preparation before embarking upon it. Portuguese way. The Portuguese way starts in Lisbon or Porto and ends in Santiago de Compostela. The best time to go on this route is from late spring to early fall, May to September. During these months, the weather is usually mild and there are fewer crowds compared to the French way. The coastal route, which follows the coastline of Portugal and Spain, can be particularly beautiful, and the degree of difficulty to walk it is between moderate and easy. On the Portuguese Way, walking from the Atlantic Ocean in Portugal to Spain's Mediterranean Sea. Along the way, you can visit Bragança, Évora, Elvas, Badajoz and Salamanca. Northern Way. The Northern Way starts in Iran and follows the northern coast of Spain, ending in Santiago de Compostela. The best time to go on this route is from late spring to early fall, May to September. During these months, the weather is usually mild, and the scenery is beautiful, with views of the sea and mountains. This route is less crowded than the French Way, but it can also be more challenging due to its hilly terrain. Ultimately, the best time to go on any of the routes on the Camino de Santiago depends on your personal preferences and priorities. Consider the weather, crowds, and scenery when planning your trip, and make sure to book accommodation in advance if you're traveling during peak season. The Camino de Compostela is a popular pilgrimage route that starts in France and ends in Spain, typically taken by hikers and spiritual seekers alike. The months with the least amount of rainfall and most sunny days are usually May through September, making it the ideal time to embark on this incredible journey. The combination of sunny weather and dryness makes the Camino de Compostela an experience that will be remembered for years to come. Get ready for my upcoming video where I'll be sharing a list of albergues in Camino de Compostela with the cost associated with each. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on this information. Camino de Compostela, 3 routes and the best time to go. The French Way is the most popular route and starts in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France, crossing the Pyrenees and ending in Santiago de Compostela. The best time to go on the French Way is from late spring to early fall, May to September. The Portuguese Way starts in Lisbon or Porto and ends in Santiago de Compostela. The best time to go on the Portuguese Way route is from late spring to early fall, May to September. The Northern Way starts in Iran and follows the northern coast of Spain, ending in Santiago de Compostela. The best time to go on the Northern Way route is from late spring to early fall, May to September. Don't forget to subscribe.
Seeking a deeper sense of purpose, El Camino de Compostela, also known as the Way of St. James, is a pilgrimage route that traverses across northern Spain. It is a journey that has been taken by millions of people over the centuries, and it is believed that undertaking this journey can have a profound impact on your spiritual life. The stunning landscapes, the quaint villages, and the warm hospitality of the locals all contributed to a feeling of peace and tranquility. One of the most profound experiences I had was the opportunity to connect with other pilgrims from all around the world, from different backgrounds, cultures. This sense of community and camaraderie was truly special.
Questions and answers. Camino de Santiago, also known as Camino de Compostela, answering the most frequently asked questions about El Camino, a spiritual journey that thousands of people take each year. A path that spans over 500 miles and takes pilgrims through the stunning landscapes of Spain and France. It is a journey of self-discovery and exploration, a chance to reflect on life, challenge oneself and gain insight into the power of faith and understanding of its depth, beauty, and significance to those who travel it. Do you want to know why it is called Camino de Santiago? It is also widely known as the Way of St. James, has been popular for many years. The Way of St. James is an ancient pilgrimage route that joins together travelers in the northwestern part of Spain. The Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela is known as the home to St. James de Compostela final resting place. Taking a pilgrimage has been part of the Christian faith for centuries. In modern times, it is also becoming popular among hikers and travelers from all over the world. Who is St. James? Saint James, also known as Santiago de Compostela, is a holy figure in Catholic tradition. He is thought to be the son of Zebedee, a fisherman from Galilee. It is believed that he was killed in Spain and his remains were transferred to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela, situated in the northwest region of the country. Nowadays, numerous people undertake the pilgrim's journey, an intricate network of paths that traverse across Europe and culminate at the cathedral. How do I get to Camino de Santiago starting point? Getting to the starting point will depend on which route you have chosen and where you are coming from. By plane, if you are traveling from another country or a far distance, flying to one of the airports near the starting point can be a good option. Some popular airports to consider include Santiago de Compostela, Bilbao, and Madrid. By train, many train stations in Spain have connections to the starting points. For example, if you are starting on the Camino Francés, you can take a train to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France. By bus, there are also many bus routes that connect the different starting points. Bus companies such as Alsa and Flixbus operate routes throughout Spain and Europe. By car, if you have access to a car, driving to the starting point can be a convenient option. Many of the routes have parking facilities at or near the starting point. Once you have reached the starting point, you can begin your journey on foot. Many pilgrims choose to take a bus or taxi to the starting point, walk the Camino, and then take a bus or train back to their starting point, or on to their next destination. How long does it take to complete the Camino de Santiago? The length varies depending on the route and starting point. The most popular route, the Camino Francés, is about 800 kilometers, 500 miles, long and usually takes 4 to 6 weeks to complete on foot. What to do before I start my trip to the Camino de Santiago? There are several things you should consider before starting your trip to the Camino de Santiago, including which route to take, the best time to go, your fitness level, and your budget. You can start planning your trip by researching online, reading guidebooks, and talking to people who have done the Camino before. The pilgrimage trail that most walkers start at is from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France and ends at Santiago de Compostela. The French Way, or the Camino Francés, is the most popular route for pilgrims. Other route, Portuguese and Northern Way. When is the best time to go to the Camino de Santiago? The best time to go depends on your preferences and the route you choose. The most popular time is between May and September. Weather can be hot and crowded during this time. Most pilgrims prefer the spring, the weather is cooler and is less crowded. What should I pack for the Camino de Santiago? You should pack lightweight and comfortable clothes, sturdy hiking shoes, a backpack, a water bottle, a sleeping bag, toiletries, and any necessary medications. It's also a good idea to bring a guidebook, a map, and a phone or camera to document your journey. Consider bringing a laptop or tablet. Don't forget your important documents or printed materials related to your journey. Do I need to be in good physical shape to walk Camino de Santiago? The Camino can be challenging. Prepare by doing regular exercise, such as walking, hiking, or cycling, and gradually increasing the distance and difficulty of your workouts. How much does it cost to do Camino de Santiago? The cost varies depending on your route, accommodations, and spending habits. Some pilgrims choose to stay in albergues, pilgrim hostels, which are very affordable, 10 to 15 euros per night and per person, while others prefer more comfortable accommodations. You should budget for transportation, food, lodging, and any souvenirs or activities you want to do along the way. What is the typical fatigue and dangerous signs while walking Camino de Santiago? Fatigue can occur due to a variety of factors such as overexertion, inadequate rest and nutrition, or even an underlying medical condition. Typical signs of fatigue or danger when walking for long periods of time include dizziness, headaches, muscle weakness or cramps, general fatigue, and a feeling of general discomfort. It is important to take regular breaks while walking and to stay hydrated. Eat a balanced diet in order to prevent these symptoms from occurring. If these symptoms do occur, it is important to stop immediately and seek medical attention if necessary. Meeting strangers along the Camino de Santiago. Meeting new and exciting people along the pilgrimage route is something that many of us look forward to. It can be intimidating at times, but it also has the potential to be incredibly rewarding. Every stranger you come across could lead to a meaningful conversation or even a lifelong friendship. This is a deeply personal journey, and trusting strangers along the way is something that many pilgrims must learn to do in order to appreciate their experiences. It can be difficult to open up and trust people you don't know, especially when traveling by yourself. However, it often leads to amazing conversations, unique friendships and unforgettable moments that many travelers will cherish for years to come. What are some of the must-see attractions along the Camino de Santiago? There are many attractions to see along. They range from natural wonders to historical landmarks. Watch next video on how much it costs to stay at hostels in Camino de Compostela. Subscribe to this channel to receive all the latest videos. Tune in weekly to our channel for 2 to 3 travel videos that provide entertainment.